say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's Watkins. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
They punt it away on fourth down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got a little space. It's a seam wide open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Can't find find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage a bit.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They boot it away on fourth down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. Throws to the back. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Now this offense is back on the field. They'll try the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner is stopped. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that.
Turning it on! Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run play action. Here's a hit. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bringing the heat. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I think the 2 earlier interceptions has rattled this quarterback a little bit. He's just not playing with a lot of confidence. He tried to complete that last throw off of his back leg. Of course, we know when you try to do that, your accuracy goes way down. This quarterback needs to get himself settled.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. He wants to go deep. Snags it on the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Going to the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Buying some time. Breaks into the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And that's the danger on defense about playing this guy. You've got to keep him in the pocket. If you let him get outside, he can hurt you throwing it, or he can take off and kill you. And that's what he did right there. Moving forward, they have got to do a better job containing this QB.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The RPO, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Stayed behind his pads, kept finding the space. He got 9 on the play. It'll be 4th and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Might be calling a hot route. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Snap to the back. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line.
And it's picked off for the third time today.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They go to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Firing toward the end zone. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. He's looking to throw. On target. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Michigan. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line.
Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation. red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the running back. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
First and 10 from their own 13. The give to the tailback. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
The Wolfpack line up facing third and approximately half a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, he makes the play, it's intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Throws to the wideout. Rolls it in. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
The Wolfpack to start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Behind space on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, makes Thomas. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He might want another play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 17 over Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Yellow Jackets have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He'll take another shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Skips away from pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He wants it all. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. A run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback will keep it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Finds his tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. This is a designed run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
The Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
I absolutely love when defensive backs do exactly what he did. Don't try to make the big play. A lot of times you see them go up together and the receiver come down, but he goes up, he bats the football down, makes sure nobody catches it, no points are getting put on the board. Nice play by the defense.
A huge pressure on. Called the fake. He's going to throw it. It's incomplete, and the old third down fake doesn't work. And maybe they'll try it again on fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Amidst absolutely perfect. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Russo. Right down the middle. He's got it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They jump on top here in OT. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
You got to be impressed with the level of execution here in the 2nd drive of OT. 1 play, score a touchdown, and now it's decision time, David. You kick the extra point and keep this thing going, or do you go for 2 and try to win?
Yeah, and you're right. The response was amazing. I mean, you give up a touchdown, you have a tendency to get down on yourself. No. First play, great execution. Now, do I go for the win? Do I play this safe, or do I go try to take this moment right now and get the W?
They're not going to mess around. They'll go for 2 and the win right here. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.